And here we go. As usual, let's post the alert in the Discord server. Excellent collection. You love to see it. You love to see it. All right, bear with me one moment. There we go. Ali, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? I hope you are all good. Oh, I didn't update the thumbnail. I forgot about the thumbnail for the stream. Crap. Can I edit that on the fly? I'm gonna do that right now. Z Commander, what's up? What's up? Whoa, I said Z Commander instead of Z Commander. I'm becoming Americanized. It's crazy. But what's up anyway? I'm sure that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. Jerem, what's up? Gelatonics, I see you. I see you. Fruit Jump. We all good. We're chilling out here. We're chilling out here. Gator Production saying Mr. Daypal. Yes. Yes, we weren't live yesterday. We weren't live. I'll give an update. I'll give an update on that. Don't you worry. I just want to quickly choose a different thumbnail for the stream. Let me choose this cursed looking thumbnail. I made a bunch of like thumbnails for the stream in order to you know, because on YouTube you have to have them, and so I just made a bunch of default ones that I could choose, and then I changed them once it becomes a VOD. The Gamer Panda, what's up? What's up? How you doing? 19th November 2026. That's a new date for GTA 6. Don't worry, we're gonna talk all about that. Pippin Bam Bam, I see you in there. How you doing? Belly Owl, what's up? Saying, hey Tamago, not great news about Rockstar, huh? Ideally, they'll do the right thing, but I'm not hopeful. Do the right thing? Is this in regards to... Because we're also going to check out an article about the working conditions at Rockstar. I really don't know the details. Like, someone in the Discord posted that GTA had been delayed. But that's all I've seen. I didn't even read the post or anything. I just saw, oh, it's been delayed, and left it at that. Because I thought it'd be pretty cool to talk about on stream. So we'll see how it goes. Bro is being freedom washed. Because I said Z instead of Z, yeah? Oh, man. Ali's asking if I will do the world's hardest game. I don't have any plans to right now. But never say never. Alan, what's good? I see you there with your members badge. Let's go. You like to see it. You like to see it. Freaking 10 gifted memberships by Alexander in the last stream. Absolute legend. Kevin saying, be right back. Gonna wash my hand for 10 minutes. Kevin, nah. You can't be making those references. It's too soon. It's too soon. I just watched that, man. I just watched that. If anyone doesn't know, I actually started watching it yesterday. I didn't watch it all in one go. There's this documentary called A Perfect Neighbor. And it's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. So yeah. I finished watching it this morning just because I wanted to be in a bad mood for the rest of the day. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Ground Pork, wow, thank you so much for the super chat saying hi. Yo, what's up? The messages do appear on the screen, okay? I just wanted to make sure. But I appreciate you. Hello to you. How are you doing? How are you doing? Sidewalk or pavement, Tamago? Pavement. I mean, generally speaking, I am going to say the, you know, British or Commonwealth version of things because that's where I'm from. But I obviously have ingested a lot of American media. So some words. It would actually be fun to do a quiz on like American words versus British words for the same thing. But yeah. Rockstar have a track record with this kind of thing. There was heavy crunch in the late stages of Red Dead Redemption 2's production. Yes, there was. In fact, I even make a joke about that in my Red Dead Redemption 2 unreleased review. I never put it out, but it is up for members to see. So I did make a joke about that. Visual Shame, what's good? How you doing? Kevin saying apologies for it being too soon. Sorry, what is that? How do I pronounce this name? Dia Mionero. Diaminero. That's my attempt. Apologies if I got that wrong. Saying, what is that documentary about? Honestly, yeah. I would actually recommend watching it without knowing what it's about, without looking at the synopsis. But generally speaking, it's a story about a difficult neighbor in a neighborhood and systemic failure that led to injustice. It's one of those things you're gonna watch it and you're gonna be pissed off, basically. That's the best way I can describe it without giving away what it is. The documentary is called A Perfect Neighbor, if you're curious. It's on Netflix. Scarter, what's up? Hello, hello. Sachin, I see you in there. How you doing? FD the Don saying play Fortnite. We're gonna get to Fortnite. In fact, I have a little bit of a confession to make. There's gonna be a lot of yapping this stream, so we're not getting into Fortnite soon. But just regarding Fortnite, little bit of a confession. So I didn't stream yesterday, and I will get into why that is as well. But I had an itch to play some more of that Fortnite festival. It was just really fun. So I was like, let me just play a little bit. So I did reach level 30. We ended the stream level 26. I reached level 30. So there was a little bit of Road to Homer you didn't see. Just a little bit. But I haven't leveled up too much. So, you know, don't worry. Road to Homer is still live. It's just, you know, I might have done a little bit off stream. So my bad. Not wanting to get claimed is a valid reason. Fair. But yeah, honestly, playing Fortnite Festival made me really wanna just play more like rhythm games. It's so satisfying. So now I'm really excited for Rhythm Heaven. What's it gonna be called? Rhythm Heaven Fever? Is that what they're calling the one that's coming up? I'm actually really excited for that to come out. We're gonna play that on stream for sure. That'll be fun. I'm working my way up to earning Evil Homer right now. Oh, nice, Strider. Wait, is Evil Homer one you can earn? Because I thought Homer was... Oh, there's another battle pass, right? Once you've completed the main one, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, that's fair. Mr. E-Man saying, no surprise, you are loving it on stream. I was actually having a really good time playing that game. Oh, man. Fortnite Festival ain't festive if you ain't on expert mode. I gotta work up to that. I'm not quite there yet. Just like those Minecraft videos where they do a bit of work off video. Yeah, it was like, I did a little bit of crafting off stream. I did a little crafting offline. I remember I watched the Gaming Lemons Minecraft series, and yeah, every once in a while I'd be like, yeah, I did a little bit of crafting offline, you know. But yeah, the Gamer Panda, I know about Clone Hero because of Asai, the streamer. He did the video of him playing Dicko mode on Clone Hero. Like, he thought it was Sicko mode, but it was actually Dicko mode. So I love that. I think that's one of the best videos on the internet, honestly. And then he also did the video of him playing Colleen Ballinger's Apology ukulele video on it as well. Holy crap, I haven't... Yo, Stranical, what's up? Let's freaking go. Saying I haven't actually captured a stream on time in the last 2 years. Love to see you in here, Stranica. Let's go. Wettest Gold, hello. How you doing? Isn't that documentary about that? Yes, Skater. Yes, that's it. That's exactly it. Evil Homer is a bonus reward, level 62, same battle pass. Okay, fair. Can't wait for the DualSense mic again. Someone put that clip in the Discord server. We have the comedy corner, and I can't believe how freaking loud that was. Oh man. Do you know what? That whole DualSense controller mic thing is what happened to me when I was playing The Simpsons Hit and Run, trying to get all the achievements. And for two levels, level 4 and level 5, I didn't realize I had that plugged in, and that was the main mic being picked up. It was so annoying. But, you know, I'm glad that overall it wasn't too bad. FD to Dawn, I don't watch any anime. I get asked this question all the time, you know. But yeah, no, I actually don't watch any anime. I've watched... let me see how close people are paying attention. There's an answer I always give about what anime I have watched. Does anyone in the chat know what I'm about to say? Because I always say the same thing of what anime experience I actually do have. I just want to see if anyone knows what I'm about to say. Kevin, that's not what? Huh? What? Okay, Young Clover, yeah, you got it, yeah. So I've watched half of Death Note, and I've watched the first episode of Attack on Titan. That's as much anime as I've seen. Although, I think this counts. I used to watch Pokemon in the morning before school, but I never considered it anime. It is anime, but for me, they just had it on, like, I don't know, what was it on, Jetix or something? So I was like, yeah, I'll watch this Pokemon. So yeah. GTA 6 will come out, and 1 month later, the PlayStation 6 announcement. Mark my words. It might actually end up being a situation very similar to what happened with GTA 5, where it came out in 2013, but then the PlayStation 4 also came out in 2014. Oh, 2013. Wait, when was the PlayStation 4 release date? 2013 or 2014? I think it was 2013, right? But yeah. Was it 2014 actually? Hold on, let's verify. PS4 release date. November 15th, 2013 actually. It was 2013. Take a look at this. In fact, for now we can do the face cam like this. Yeah, I think that works. Nothing's cut off, right? That should be okay. Yeah, it was actually 2013. How can you drop Death Note after half? It's not that I wasn't enjoying it. I just didn't continue watching it. There's no other way to explain it. It was really good, and then I didn't watch anymore. I might watch the rest. To be fair, if I was gonna watch it, I would have to watch the whole thing over again, to be fair. So yeah. Did you miss the whole lobotomy Kaizen thing? I don't know what that's referring to, Alexander. What is that? But shout out to you. I see you in here. PS4 will be a teenager when GTA 6 comes out. That is true. That is true. Wow. Wow. The GameCube was 2001. We love a good fun fact. Let's go. Let's go. Z Commander, I can say and spell. What the hell? I'm gonna try and say that. So it's pneumomicroscopic-silicovolcanonosis. It's way too long. What does that even mean, bro? I'm not even gonna play GTA 6 and I feel bad about the repeated delays. Yeah. Now we're gonna let's actually get into real quick why GTA 6 got delayed. I'm gonna go in my Discord server and see if I can pull up the what we got here, the message that someone sent. Oh, just a screenshot of a tweet. Okay, let me go on Twitter then. Rockstar Games Twitter. In fact, does Rockstar Games, maybe they would do like a press release on their website as well. Yeah, they have a press release on their website. Let me check that one out instead. Alright, let's see what this is. So, Grand Theft Auto 6 is now set to launch November 19th, 2026. So originally, when was it gonna come out actually? I seem to remember it being summer of 2026. But what did it May, you're saying? May? End of 2025. No, it was already delayed to next year. Alright, May, we're saying May. Alright, fair. Z Commander, that's the longest word in the dictionary. That word is actually in the dictionary? Interesting. Ali saying it means inhaling volcanic dust and dying. Oh, it's like, okay, it's the diagnosis of that. Interesting. All right. 26th of May, 2026. That's when it was originally, or at least that's what it was delayed to the first time. And now it's been delayed further. All right. I'm going to turn the music down ever so slightly. Just put it down like that. Okay. So, hi everyone. Grand Theft Auto 6 will now release on Thursday, 19th November, 2026. We are sorry for adding additional time to what we realize has been a long wait, but these extra months will allow us to finish the game with the level of polish you have come to expect and deserve. We want to thank you again for your patience and support. While the wait is a little longer, we are incredibly excited for players to experience the sprawling state of Leonida or Leonida, and a return to modern-day Vice City. Sincerely, Rockstar Games. Alright, so really there's actually not much information here at all. They're just saying, yo guys, it's being delayed. Peace. You know, that's it. How distraught are you? Listen, I'm gonna have to keep it 100% real. I'm not distraught at all. Now, part of our bingo, if anyone remembers the 2025 bingo sheet, was that GTA 5 would be delayed. And it did happen, but then it being delayed twice is a surprising thing. So if I reveal this bingo sheet here, GTA 6 gets delayed to 2026. Do you know what would be so funny? Had they announced that it was going to be like early 2027, this would have been incorrect. And I find that so funny as a concept, but luckily we're still on track with that one. But yeah, for me, I'm looking forward to GTA 6. However, there are so many games that I have wanted to play and not gotten round to playing that I can't really be here like, oh, GTA 6, the only game I was looking forward to, has been delayed. Because dude, I've been looking forward to Astro Bot and I still haven't played it, and that game's been out for a year and 2 months. That's the game I was excited for, and I haven't even loaded it up one time. So, you know, it's not like I was about to hop on to the game immediately as soon as it came out. So if anything, it being delayed just gives me more time to try and play the other games I wanted to play before it comes out. And also, I don't mind delays if they're like, we're doing this so that we can make the game better. I would rather a game be delayed and then when it comes out, it's a good game, than then they rush it out the door and it's garbage, you know? And it's very similar to Red Dead Redemption 2, because that got delayed quite a bit as well. And it happened that way in large part because they went overboard with the detail in that game, to be fair. Like, you know, the whole thing about the size of the horse's testicles responding to the temperature, like, that's too much. But you know, if you're taking extra time to make, you know, the game as good as it can be, I can't complain about that. For me, it's a very similar approach I have to my videos, where it's like, I will spend extra time making the video better, even if it means it'll take if it takes longer in between when that sentence flopped. Even if it means the time between the last video and this one coming out gets longer, because I want to make sure the video turns out as good as possible. I have a video on my channel about this, and it's called Why Every Video Game Gets Delayed. Like, I literally have talked about this before. Now, that said, another good reason to delay games, or the release of games, is so that you can relieve the pressure on the developers, on the workforce, on the people putting the game together. But in a link shared by, who shared this in the Discord server? I feel like it might have been, it wasn't Todoberry in the Discord server, was it? It was. In a link shared by Todoberry in the Discord server, it appears that there may be a bit more going on behind the scenes, and that is what we're gonna take a look at now. RB saying your delay in making videos is exactly why you weren't accepted into Hogwarts. If it doesn't reach people's expectations, then worldwide riots, I'm afraid, says RJ. Club Penguin live stream today, please. That was not on the agenda. And I don't really mess with private servers, to be fair. But hey, you know, never say never, innit? Never say never. My laptop ain't even gonna be able to run whatever polishes they make. That's true. Appreciate the guy that researched and perfected that mechanic. You're talking about the horse testicles, yeah. Fair, fair. Was Club Penguin skins on Fortnite on the agenda? Club Penguin skins on Fortnite? Is that real, or what are we talking about? Kevin saying, I love IShowSpeed's reaction to it. His reaction to the delay? Alright, give me a second. Let me pull this up. Also, so Alexander saying the problem is the announcement being so early. They should announce a game within 6 months. 6 months in advance max. So that's an argument I made in my game delays video. However, I think a large part of the reason why they don't do that and they want to announce it earlier is for their shareholders. You know, is Take-Two Interactive is the parent company of Rockstar, right? And for their shareholders, announcing GTA 6 boosts the stock. It massively boosts the stock, and so they are incentivized to announce it earlier because it makes them more money, even if the game then suffers from delays afterwards. So yeah, it's a thing that happens, isn't it? Kim Cam, what's up? How you doing? Tomahawk Riddle saying, are you ending stream again, or am I? No, you came in at a good time. A good time. We're just chilling. We're chilling. But yeah, what I wanted to show you is a post on a forum site called GTA Forums. I'm not familiar with this site at all, but it was posted. Oh crap! I just remembered. Kevin wanted me to see this IShowSpeed reaction. All right, wait, real quick before we read that, let's just see what this dude's saying.
Hi everyone.
Pause the music.
Grand Theft Auto will now release on Thursday, November 19th, 2026. We are sorry for adding additional time to what we realized.
I feel like such an unk saying this, but man, Speed has grown up, you know? Like, he looks older now. Like, I remember, like, him looking like a little teenager, but he looks like a young man now. Like, I feel like such an unk saying that. Dude, he's older, bro. He's grown up. Oh man,
has been a long way, but these extra months will allow us to finish the game.
Where is his monitor as well? Because the way his eyes are like all the way at the top of his head, his monitor is like on the ceiling or something. That's insane.
With the level of polish, it's not coming out. It's not coming out. It's not coming out! It's not coming out!
It's okay. Don't worry. You'll be fine, man. It's okay. It's only a game, innit? It's only a game. Is there more to see, or is he just gonna keep shouting? I'm not trying to... I'm not trying to listen to non-stop shouting for another minute. And what, 7 seconds? Anything else? Watch the whole thing? Oh, bro. Alright, I'm putting the volume down.
Coming out! I'm gonna be fucking 50 when this shit come out.
Oh my god. Alright, control yourself.
I'm gonna have kids.
Jesus.
I'm gonna have a wife.
The spittle all over his lips.
I'm gonna be married.
Yo, Speed, what you doing?
Shut the fuck up.
Who is that?
I'm gonna have a pet dog. I'm gonna have a cat. I'm gonna be a whole new man when this shit come out.
The kids in the basement got a cameo.
Why?
Oh, is that a flash chat? That's cool.
Cry me a river, bro.
I love the commentary from whoever that is in the background there. Oh, dude. I think this is the single meme that you cannot drag. Huh? I don't get it. I don't understand. Please see me. I need this. My mom is kinda homeless. That's a Speed reference. I don't know what it's referencing. I just know it's something related to him. I think the pet dog is what got me. What will I have before GTA 6 drops? Oh, listen, I'll tell you in a moment. I'll tell you in a moment. Casey streams, what's good? Always busy when you're actually streaming, but always saving the streams to watch later and listen later. And always popping in to say hi. Casey streams, I appreciate you. Thanks for hopping in. Thank you, thank you. Alright, let me real quick show what we got going on here. So, Rockstar Games alleged union busting by Polish Rye. So, this is someone... Oh, actually, no. Hold on. There's someone in here. Yes, alright. Someone in here saying that they have been an employee for many years. But what I haven't seen is this Bloomberg article. Is this about the union busting? Oh, that was in the... Give me a real quick second. Don't worry. We're gonna get past this paywall in a totally legitimate way. Nothing crazy is going on here. Absolutely, completely legal and totally allowed activity. Nothing crazy going on. Nothing crazy going on. Oh, would you look at that? I have access to the article now. Amazing. So, Grand Theft Auto Studio accused of union busting after firings. Union says between 30 and 40 people were terminated. Rockstar Games' parent company cites gross misconduct. Okay, that's what they're citing of the people that were terminated. Okay, let's see. Takeaways by Bloomberg AI. It's not even that long an article, bro. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs. And you are trying to sum... You think I can't read 5 paragraphs, dude? Dude, get this AI stuff out of my face. Anyway. Take-Two Interactive Software... Take-Two... Maybe I can't read 5 paragraphs. Take-Two Interactive Software Incorporated's Rockstar Games. That is too much of a mouthful. Fired dozens of employees in a move that made a British trade union... I actually can't read the 5 paragraphs. That's mad. In a move that a British trade union said was designed to prevent the workers from unionizing, the company said they were fired for misconduct. The Grand Theft Auto maker terminated between 30 and 40 staffers across multiple offices in the UK and Canada on Thursday, according to a spokesperson for the Independent Workers' Union of Great Britain. All of the employees were part of a private trade union chat group on Discord. Discord, yeah, okay. And were either members of the union or attempting to organize at the company, the union spokesperson said. Rockstar has just carried out one of the most blatant and ruthless acts of union busting in the history of the games industry. Alex Marshall, president of the IWGB, said in a statement, "This flagrant contempt for the law and for the lives of the workers who bring in their billions is an insult to their fans and the global industry." Alan Lewis, a spokesman for Take-Two, said the firings were for gross misconduct and for no other reason. 30 to 40 people, though. Like, 30 to 40 people participated in gross misconduct? Like, all together? That is quite a lot to do all together. Let's see. And that, we fully support Rockstar's ambitions and approach. Rockstar has doubled down on security following a massive leak in 2022. Maybe the leaks have something to do with it? They released dozens of videos of unfinished footage from the company's next game, Grand Theft Auto 6. In early 2024, the company was criticized by the union for asking workers to return to the office 5 days a week. Rockstar said the return to office decision was partly for security reasons. Grand Theft Auto 6 is slated for release on May 26, 2026, and is expected to be one of the top-selling video games of all time. Shout out to Jason Schreier. Jason Schreier previously worked for Polygon, I believe, before he started writing for Bloomberg. They did a protest in London for this. Did they actually? Because it did say it was British, right? Did they actually? Who wrote this indeed? Because to be fair, I was reading it poorly as well. I can't lie. AI is for Gen Alpha and you clearly are because you're struggling to read. Alright, whatever. Anyway. Let's see what this person has to say. Hey everyone, Rockstar employee of many years here. Understandably, I want to remain anonymous due to retaliation from the company. Okay, due to retaliation from the company, but I may be willing to verify I'm an employee with Spider Vice via DM if required. I'm also a member of the union. Okay, so are they employee of many years? Is this someone that's been let go? Let's keep reading. I've been reading a lot of the discussion on here and elsewhere about the firing of more than 34 of my colleagues last week, 31 in the UK and 3 in Canada. Okay, so this is someone who's currently employed there. It doesn't seem like they were let go. And I've seen a lot of disinformation and lies that are really concerning, particularly concerning how so many folk are willing to believe the company's excuses. Last week, my colleagues who were in the studio were each individually messaged by HR for a short, friendly meeting under the friendly guise of, hey, are you free for a quick chat? Well, that's how they get you. No company's ever gonna message you when they're about to fire you and be like, yeah, we need to talk, bro. They'll be like, hey, how about you come on down? We have some words to exchange, you know? Come on down, let's talk real quick. Upon attending this meeting, they were handed an envelope with a short letter stating that their employment had been terminated for gross misconduct regarding posts made in Discord. See, the Discord thing gets me because I always thought that like they'd be using Slack or something, but I guess because this wasn't a professional thing, it was like a union thing outside of the company, Discord makes sense. They failed to provide any evidence when asked, nor was any stated in the letter. So I think evidence of the gross misconduct. And did not divulge any other information or reasoning, and no other reason. They refused their right to union representation in the disciplinary meeting, which is against UK employment law. Oh, okay, so the employee's right to union representation, yeah. And were frog marched out of the studio with the meeting lasting less than 5 minutes. I don't know what frog marching is, but I want to know, so I'm gonna look it up. Define frog marching. Okay, force someone to walk forward by holding and pinning their arms from behind as though they're under arrest? Really? Really? That's a bit excessive, isn't it? Okay. For colleagues who were not in the studio that day, they received a phone call from HR that lasted less than 2 minutes, telling them that they were fired and that they'd received the same letter as above. I'm aware of one employee who had a panic attack at this moment, and HR hung up on them during this panic attack, not caring at all about their well-being. These colleagues of mine were hard workers who have spent many years at Rockstar in critical roles, with colleagues who have been at Rockstar for more than 18 years, and none of them have ever had a disciplinary in that time. They are not easily replaced and will certainly affect us in making our project deadlines. These are very senior artists, animators, QA testers. We know all about quality assurance testing on this channel, obviously. Designers, programmers, and producers. Not to make light of it, obviously. Not to make light. Including leads. All super talented people who are proud of their work over multiple Rockstar titles. And all they wanted was the best for Rockstar and their fellow colleagues. Some of these members were off sick, recovering from surgery, or on paternity leave, fired without pay, losing their careers, and putting them into hardship in the lead up to Christmas. That's true, it is November. And even potentially losing their visas to work in the UK. Oh, damn. Let me make this clear. I never saw any discussion or leaking of Rockstar projects in the Union Discord. They need to leak that Discord, bro. Let's see it. All right, maybe not. Maybe not. That could actually then count as them leaking stuff. So let's not. The only ever discussion was around unionization efforts and working conditions at Rockstar. The Discord wasn't public. It was a private Discord group that only contained Rockstar employees and the IWGB union officials. This was union busting and nothing else. Everyone fired was a union member. They were also predominantly from those who were on the union organizing committees of each UK studio. Just 1 week before, the union had reached 200 members, taking us over the 10% threshold required to seek recognition and begin engaging in collective bargaining, allowing us to negotiate directly with management on the key issues that affect us: worsening crunch, inadequate pay, and inflexible working arrangements. They have fired over 34 of us now. There were over 250 of us in that union/employee Discord group. There is the fear that if they get away with this, they'll have nothing stopping them from doing this again and again. Those of us who are lucky and remain for now work in fear. Fearful when talking to each other at the tea prep, fearful that we're next in line and are easily got rid of, too scared to go outside the studio and talk to or even acknowledge our colleagues outside of protesting in fear of reprisals. Morale in the studio is at rock bottom. When we should be excited about what's to come over the next year, we are now totally deflated and our trust and confidence in others is totally shot. Damn. Which is the truly heartbreaking part, as for us in the union, all of our ambition was to make Rockstar a happier, fairer, safer, and more equitable place. That's all. What has happened clearly shows that we care more about the well-being of our colleagues at Rockstar than the company does. The union remains unbowed and is fighting to win the reinstatement of every dismissed member of staff at Rockstar through legal means and campaigning. This fight is critical. If Rockstar can get away with this, they will keep treating their workers with disdain, disrespect, and subjecting them to continued illegal treatment. Thank you for your time, and I hope this is some truth that helps you all understand what's going on here at the moment. And yeah, if you'd be so kind, you can contribute to the fundraiser to support those fighting their dismissal here. Wow. Okay. Damn. Yeah, it's a lot to take in. I mean, union busting is unfortunately a very common practice within large companies, because unions are things which actually give the employees power to make decisions and influence decisions being made in the company about their pay, their working conditions, and other things, right? And so, yeah, it's always sad to hear about a story of union busting, and so I hope that they are able to find some legal recourse. But I feel like over time, the individual powers that employees have gets weakened through legislation. So yeah, I'm wishing them the best. Man. Stranica saying I was gone for 15 minutes. What is the rumor in short, or whatever? Union busting at Rockstar. They let go at least 34 employees under gross misconduct, but apparently no such gross misconduct happened. They're saying that it's a case of union busting. So that's the basic idea. The day GTA 6 comes out is the day GTA 5 is allowed to drink. I really want to love Rockstar like I once did, but they're making it really hard for me to do that. Yeah, you know, we know that working conditions at games developers typically and historically are really bad. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not great when you have people that are trying to improve their situation, not just for themselves, but for other people at the company and people who will come and start working at the company in the future. When efforts like this are stomped out, it leads to, as was said here, a lowering of morale. Like, who's going to be looking forward to their job knowing that they could be just let go at any time with a reason that, you know, they have said here is bogus? Maybe there's more information that hasn't come out. You know, the company's claiming this, people are claiming this. I am inclined to side with the people rather than the massive corporation, but I guess you don't know. But yeah, it's not good to hear. I don't know if this is something that is directly related to the delay though. These might be potentially overlapping, but not necessarily like have a causal relationship. Because yeah, I actually don't know how many people work at Rockstar. They said they got rid of many leads and things like that, which make me think maybe that's the reason for the delay. But then at the same time, if you know getting rid of... Bruh, something going in my eye. Bear with me. If you know getting rid of these employees would have such an impact that it would massively delay the game, I mean, unless that gross misconduct you're claiming really was there. But 34 people, that's the thing that makes me think, nah, dude, come on, like 34 people? The only thing I'm thinking is, in a private Discord group chat, some people might start saying stuff that, you know, is maybe just a bit rude, probably not criminal, but maybe they're, you know, talking ill about the bosses and this and that, and maybe someone got a bit butthurt, and so they looked at who was participating in that particular discussion, and they're like, yeah, all of you are gone. Yeah, it's not great. You know what I'm saying? Why did you ask me, are you free for a quick chat the other day? Where did it happen? Maybe someday employees and customers will be treated with respect. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's something that, you know, it won't happen by just hoping, right? It's something that you've got to campaign for and work on. And so that's exactly what they're trying to do with efforts like these. Like trying to unionize. That's exactly what that's for. Kevin saying, thank God, guys, I'm not getting fired with the Prime. Oh, because we're talking about if you send a message. I get you, bro. I get you. I appreciate the Prime sub. Thank you, mate. Thank you. But yeah, that's exactly what things like unionizing are for. It's an attempt to make things better. But yeah, I guess, you know, I'm glad to hear that this person says they're not losing hope. They're going to keep trying. Because the worst thing is to then be like, okay, well, if they're going to bust us anyway, we're not even going to try. And then it will just continuously get worse because there's no one putting up any resistance against them. I wish Rockstar wasn't owned by 2K. You mean Take-Two? Or is 2K and Take-Two the same thing? Hold on, let me check this. Rockstar parent company. Is 2K? No, it's Take-Two. Was that? I think it was. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We good. I'm slow. No, you're good. I doubt they'd fire all of them, knowing that they'd delay the game. Wait, what? I doubt they'd fire all of them, knowing that they'd delay the game and make so many people disappointed. Something happened where the details are not known to the public. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. 2K is also owned by Take-Two. Oh, is that true? Okay. Oh yeah, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, 2K, Ghost Story Games, Zynga. What game does Zynga make? Oh, they make a bunch of mobile games. Yeah, they do like Words with Friends and yeah, just a bunch of mobile games. Farmville. Okay, interesting. Right. Are we streaming GTA 6 when it drops? I would love to. That is my intention. So fingers crossed we can pull that together. So no then. It's not a definite no. I'm just saying I would love to. I would really like to stream it. You know, I would. So we'll see, innit? We'll see. I hope stuff is good at PlayStation Studios. I genuinely don't know what major developers knows what they're doing these days. My assumption is that there are problems at every company because typically nothing's going to be perfect everywhere. You know, every company is going to have its problems. What you hope for is that you have people who are in charge of the company that are proactive and have a people first approach to solving problems. A lot of times when problems occur, people are like, okay, we need to, you know, human resources is called human resources because humans are just seen as like, you know, you're just a resource of the company. We'll let you go. We'll do this, blah, blah, blah. And I understand that letting people go is a normal part of running a business. But when you treat people as disposable, it's not good for the company at large, or at least morale at the company, you know? So my hope is that people leading these different studios understand the value of treating their employees well. And, you know, the reason companies don't like unions is because it poses a threat to their power. And you're not really going to get a company with as much money as 2K and, you know, Rockstar, I suppose, in that vein as well, to cede that power because it's the nice thing or the right thing even to do. I just feel like I've seen countless examples of that where the right thing to do isn't the profitable thing to do, and so it doesn't happen. But it doesn't mean we ourselves can't still strive to be better, you know? I don't know, man. It can put you down to think about it, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't think about it, you know? Maybe if the retirement home got good Wi-Fi, you can stream GTA 6. Jasmine saying, please play Eggs for Bot. I never did finish that game. I don't know if I'm going to though. I can't lie. Camuso saying, bet Big Physique's behind all this. Big Physique secretly has his hands in everything and he's just pulling the strings. Yeah. Crunch culture is an incredibly disgusting phenomenon that is pushed by toxic gamers and crazy companies. It should be illegal. You know, I don't know actually if I would say the gamers themselves, like the end users, are the ones that push crunch culture. Like, they definitely, like, you know, when people push for always the next game, it does provide an incentive for companies to just try and put out as much as possible, which leads to crunch. But ultimately, the responsibility lies with the management, right? The management, there's something that Stephanie Sterling says, where she's like, crunch is not a failure of... She says, like, it's a failure of management, right? It's not an inevitable part of the games industry. It's something that happens when you don't actually manage your time and the people you have working with you properly. And so I do like it when I hear about companies like, and I don't know if this is always true, but in recent years I have heard that companies like Insomniac specifically aim not to have crunch, and so they don't like push that sort of like we got to get this out. I also think, funnily enough, I feel like companies that... I feel like there's maybe a positive correlation. It might be counterintuitive, but it may be a positive correlation between companies that delay their large releases frequently and companies that have crunch culture. Strangely enough. But the reason I think that is as well is because they both stem from a mismanagement of expectations and resources. That's what I think. Who's your manager forbidding you from crunch, bro? Nah, don't worry. I can be my own dictator. It's okay. Jasmine asking, can I play X Ball on stream now? You're like, I'm making this demand now. Nah, bro. Stranica saying, did you talk about Saudi Arabia buying EA? You know what? I was in Zurich for a YouTube thing when I heard about that happening. And the reason I heard about it is because I was there with the English Simmer who makes the Sims videos. And so she was telling me about it and I was like, oh, damn, okay. Yeah. And it's between Saudi Arabia and like Trump's nephew or something. One of those people. Yeah. So yeah, not great. But I haven't actually looked that much into it. The Mr. Beast theme park there. I love oppressive regimes normalizing their existence by ownership of media and entertainment. Yeah, honestly, it is kind of crazy to witness, to be fair. Trey, what's good? I see you. Nettie the Rizzler. I love the name. What's good? Hello, hello. Oh crap, you've got me Kevin, you got me a quiz on Sporkle. Alright, hold on. Oh my goodness, dude. This is so freaking long. Oh, it's not that long. It looked longer than I thought it was. Alright, don't worry. We'll do that in a second. I think that'll be cool. Sibi, please play Slither or any IO game like Agar or Deep. I've not heard of Deep. I have played Slither and Agar IO before. Maybe later. Blade, Mr. Beast is making a theme. I think I heard of... Do you know what? I don't know if I heard that he was making the theme park specifically. I just knew that there was a promotional campaign with him, Speed, and KSI. You know? Because they are trying to make Saudi Arabia this, like, cultural capital. Yeah, this cultural capital, I guess. That's why they have the football there, and the boxing, and the comedy shows, and this and that. You know? Demiurge, yeah, Jared Kushner, that's who I was thinking of. Oh, Sachin raises a good point. He says, what's worse, and this is in relation to the union busting, what's worse is that these guys got fired for gross misconduct. No other company is likely to hire them. Rockstar kind of effed them. That is a good point. Yeah, it's not great. Jasmine, you really like the X of Art video. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you. Okay, people, I have some other stuff to talk about. Let me do this Sporkle, and then I'll get into the next thing on our agenda, and then we'll do a little bit of Fortnite. Why not? Road to Homer continues in that. But yeah, this quiz. Can you name the correct way to spell the British English words when given the American English words? I have 5 minutes. Let's do this. So, color is with a U. Meter, you do it like that. Check with a Q. Program is a double M and an E. Aluminium. Encyclopedia. So, basically anything that has that P thing, like pediatrics, you just put an A there. Fueled, double L. Sorry, that's fueled. Fueled. Defense with a C. Analyze with an S. So all the words the Americans use a Z with, we use an S. Jewelry. Wait, is there a difference in how we spell jewelry? I didn't actually know there was a difference. Do we spell it like this? Oh, we do? Bruh. Mold like that. Pajamas with a Y. Tire with a Y. Curb with a K and an E. Practice used as a verb with an S. Oh, so Americans use practice with a C even when it's a verb. Okay. Licorice. I actually don't know. I actually don't know this one. I thought that's how licorice was spelled. Is it? Oh, with a Q. Interesting. Story, level of a building. Floor, what? We spell story differently? Oh, IE. No? I actually don't know that one. I'm gonna have to come back to that. Alright, neighbor with a U, skeptic with a C, theater is another RE one. Phony. Phony? We spell phony differently? Phony. Oh, is it with an E? Oh, so maybe story is with an E as well. Oh, okay. Checkered. Like this? Yeah. Cozy with an S. Traveler with 2 L's. Mustache with an O. I actually didn't know Americans spelled it without an O. Mummy with a U. What word is this? Persnickety. Persnickety. I'm going to guess it's with a double T. Dude, I don't even... What word... Like, who even uses this? Persnickety. Oh, another E there? No? Alright, this is one I legit don't know. Jimmy with an E. To pry with a crowbar, Jimmy. I don't know. License. That's with a C. Tidbit. With a T. Center. Hauler. Haulage contractor. I don't know. Boogeyman. I didn't know we spelled boogeyman differently. Boogeyman. Behoove. I have no idea. Is it with a U? I don't know. Aeroplane. Carburetor? Carburetor? Carburetor. I don't know what that is. Fulfill is only one L. Counselor. Oh, we do that with a C. Wait, what? Oh, is it double L actually? Because counselor and counselor with a C are different things actually. Favorite with a U. Paralyzed with an S. Leukemia. Yeah, leukemia is gonna be another one of those AE things. Maneuver. Maneuver. MANOE. Oh, is it OE? Nah, that doesn't look right. It's MANOE, I'm pretty sure. This is surprising me. I actually don't know this one. Alright, whatever. Let's estrogen. That's with an O at the front. Pediatric. So yeah, again, the okay, so there are a few I've missed here. Persnickety, no clue. Hauler. It's not double L. Did I try that? I don't know. Boogeyman. Is it like this? Oh, is it Bogeyman? Oh, okay. Behoove. Behoove. Betrothed? No, that's not it. Carburet? I don't know. Maneuver. The maneuver one is getting me because I'm pretty sure it's OE, but then it's not working. So, all right, let's see. So, pernickety. No idea. Jemmy, never heard that before. Haulia, never heard of that before. Behove, same thing, never heard of it. Carburetor, 2 T's, never heard of it. Oh, it's VRE. Flipping hell, that's what it was. Okay. 86%, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Learning Grey was English and Grey was American changed my world. Yeah, E versus A, right? RB, yeah, you got maneuver right. You got it right. What is a carburetor? I actually don't know what that is. A device used by a gasoline internal combustion engine to control and mix air during fuel. Wait, mix air and fuel entering the machine. Oh. Okay. Okay, right. Okay, fair. Behove. So like to behoove someone is kind of like to obligate someone, right? Or it doesn't behoove you. It doesn't suit you in a way. Sachin saying what? Oh, dude, man. Bro, keep bringing up old lore. Stop. It is, oh, thanks for the bits though. It is a duty or responsibility for someone to do something. Yeah, it behooves. Okay. I didn't know we spelt that with 1 O. Jemmy, I've never heard someone say Jemmy before. And then pernickety, I've never heard that before either. Fair. DD, sir, indeed. Should have been a text to speech. I'm grateful it wasn't. People saying that's real. Okay. Listen. Here's what it was. So MTV used to host. They used to show a TV show, which was a compilation of music videos, where it was like, it was something like sexiest music videos, and they showed it at like 7 a.m. And so during the summer holidays, when I was a kid, I'd watch it. That's it. And it was just videos like freaking, I don't know, Shakira or something like that. Bruh. Blade was good. What did I think of yesterday's Wordle? I don't think I did the Wordle. I actually don't do the Wordle, to be fair. I actually don't do the Wordle that frequently, so I haven't thought of it. And I can't be bothered to do it now, but maybe later. I think the law originated from our questionnaire of who was your first crush. Really? Maybe. A few days back, I was in college and we were learning about communication and the subject turned to scams. I talked about your bargain hunt video and everyone thought it was a fun story. Good old Granite. I love to hear that. Let's freaking go. Nice one, nice one. You never accidentally flicked on channel 906 on accident? On accident, intentionally, yeah. RJ, if you're posting a link, it won't show up. It filters out links. Kuzari, what's good? How you doing? Sumi knows a lot of English for someone who did maths and computing at A level. Well, I mean, yeah, but I read a lot and I am English, so I guess that works out. Sachin just out here dropping like rare lore right now, just showcasing how much he's watched the channel. But I appreciate the bits, thank you. Faith saying, I'm still enthralled by your grammar knowledge from your Club Penguin video and your insistence it was actually Penguin Club. Didi, so I have not watched Dragon Ball Z. I have actually not watched it. Simi is somewhat of an MTV connoisseur. Okay, alright. I have some information to share. I was thinking I will eventually make a video talking about it because I think eventually I'm gonna have to. But so let me give. I'm gonna play different music. I want to play different music. No, not this music. Nah, it's too sentimental. Okay, that's good. That's good. Lore drop. Am I pregnant? I can confirm I'm not pregnant. I can confirm I'm not pregnant. So, I didn't stream yesterday. I was just checking my mic audio levels. They seemed a bit loud. I didn't stream yesterday. The reason I didn't stream yesterday is because I was studying. Now, you might ask yourself, what do you mean you were studying, bro? What's going on? So I talked about this in the Discord server a little bit ago, but I'm actually applying to go to university in the autumn of next year, so 2026. So that's why I didn't stream yesterday. I'm applying to study computer science in university next year. So yeah, that's that's the update in a nutshell. Now I'll give more information surrounding that, but I'll let you digest that right now anyway. Tamago in his degree era. Yep. What's the major? Well, the way it works in the UK is you don't have a major. I wish it worked in the UK the way it did in the US, because it gives you more chances to explore. But not in the UK, at the age of 17, you choose the subject and that's it, bruv. That's what you're studying for the whole 3 or even 4 years. Kevin, I appreciate that. Thank you. Kizai saying good luck, bruh. Come on, G, let me know if you need any course answers. RJ, you doing computer science as well? Legend. Alexander, I appreciate that. Shanika saying at 17, dang, we do it at 19 here. So yeah, like 17, it depends when your birthday is, but that's when you have to like apply. But if your birthday is like before January, then you would be 18. But yeah, in year 13, you apply for the course you want to study and the universities you want to go to, and that's that. So I'm gonna give a backstory, and this will probably be the most I've actually talked about. Generally speaking, I try to keep a healthy separation between my own like personal life and the stuff I do on the internet. Obviously, I share stories from my life and this and that, but when it comes to the actual like what I'm up to in my life thing, I do tend to keep them a bit separate. But for the sake of this, the reason I feel like I should let you know is because I am going to be a lot busier with things that are not producing content, and so it's probably going to impact the channel a bit, but I'll try my best to make it not. So don't worry, I'll get to it in a second. Let me just see what people are saying in the chat. Kevin saying it would be hilarious if you went to someone for tutoring and you tutored them when they were younger. I did used to be a tutor, if anyone didn't know. I tutored maths, English. I didn't do science, actually. I just did maths and English. I did a little bit of science, but that was only for like key stage 2. But yeah, maths and English. I even tutored... do you know what's funny, Kevin, that you say that? I did tutor someone that was older than me in maths, because I was doing further maths. And so I had already learned what they needed to learn. So I have actually done that before. Is this your graduation or master's? It's the undergrad. It's the undergrad. So here's the idea. In 2016, I applied to do computer science at university. That was like originally what I was doing. And that's kind of what I had geared my studies around. I was doing maths, further maths, computer science, and I did French because I just really liked French. And to be honest, French was, of all the A-level subjects, it was my favorite because I love languages. I even find linguistics super interesting, and I think maybe it partially plays into why I like making videos. I'm really into communication and this and that, but I was also obviously into computers and I had that kind of mathematical brain or whatever. So I was like, all right, I'll go down the like computing route. Also, I was like, oh yeah, you can get like a good job from that. Like if you ever search up like good like careers for work-life balance and good pay, basically you're always gonna see something related to computing, computer science, data science, something like that. And so I think, you know, at that time I was like, yeah, I'll go down that route. That seems to be the thing. Faith, no worries, thank you very much, and we'll catch you in the next stream. Appreciate you. So yeah, that was the route I was going down. So I applied to like universities all over. I only applied to one university that was in London. Jasmine saying don't pick CS, you're gonna be homeless because of the AI stuff. That's so funny. But yeah. Where was I? Yeah, I'd applied to a bunch of unis all over. But my primary focus was to stay... No, it wasn't. My primary... I did apply to one university in London. That was Imperial. And if you remember my video... It might have been my I'm Back video that I posted in 2017 when I came back after taking a break from YouTube to focus on my A-levels. I mentioned that there was an exam I had to do for Imperial called STEP, which were these two... I did Step 2 and Step 3. These were these two incredibly difficult maths papers that I needed to do for entry to Imperial. But at the time, I actually didn't want to go to Imperial because I wanted to leave London. I wanted to move out and stuff like that. So my second choice was a university called Warwick. And so with STEP, I kind of knew, all right, I'm going to focus more on my A-levels than on this STEP paper where the exams are at the same time because I'm more interested in going to Warwick. And plus, these STEP papers are freaking crazy anyway. So that was my idea. So when it came to it, I got into Warwick to do computer science. I got like the 3A stars. So I dropped French in the second year. So that was maths, further maths, and computer science. And I got my place at Warwick. But I actually didn't go to Warwick in the year. I would have started in like October 2017. I actually ended up not going. And the reason for that, and this is where it gets a bit personal, and I have talked to I have mentioned on stream before details of this, but yeah. my younger brother, right, he has high support needs, you know, special needs. He has, I won't go, yeah, he has autism, I'll say that, but he has high support needs, which means that there's a lot of care he needs. And, you know, at the time, it's just myself, my brother, who's only a couple years younger than me, and my mum at home. This is very vulnerable, to be fair. I didn't really expect to talk about this, but I feel like it's helpful to know for the context anyway. So, yeah, that was the situation. So, had I actually left to go to uni, it would just be my mum and himself at home, which would have been an impossible situation, right? Like, that's not possible because of his level of need. So I chose to defer entry to university. So I'd stay at home for a year so I can be there. Alexander, thank you very much for the gifted memberships. I appreciate that. They're gonna pop up individually now. Can I mute them at least? Can I mute? Alright, that's fine. That's fine. It's okay. Oh, do you know what? Actually, here's what I can do. Yeah, I can make them go quicker. But thank you very much. People, enjoy your gifted members. I appreciate that. Let's freaking go. So, where was I? Yeah. It wouldn't have been like a tenable situation. So I was like, okay, I'll stay home. I'll help take care of my brother. And in the meantime, while I'm doing that, I'll work on my YouTube channel, since I'm gonna be at home a lot more. I'm not gonna be going to school every day like I used to, so I can use that time to just like lock in and focus on the YouTube channel, and then on top of that, be there for my brother and all that stuff. So that was a plan. So I was doing that. You know, you see that video where it's like the I'm back video. That was essentially the beginning of that time. And actually, for members, if you watch a series called like the 5 Years series, I actually do go into like what it was initially like, but I'll give a condensed version right now. I was getting used to being a YouTuber full time, in a sense, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, all I have to do right now is make these videos on top of taking care of my brother and stuff like that. And yeah, that was quite an interesting experience. And one thing I will say as well, Anomaly Evil, what's up? I see you in there. You loved that series when you had your membership? Thank you. Yeah, with my brother, so one of his things is that he can be quite like loud. He has a lot of vocal stims, right? And so part of why Game Show was the way it was, the reason why it wasn't just me playing the game, the reason why it was a post commentary, like a scripted post commentary, is because I wasn't able to get a long enough stretch where my surroundings were quiet enough for me to record a video. So I had to record it as a post commentary so that I could wait for, you know, the house to quieten down, record the line quick, and then if it got louder. So that's why Game Show is the way it is. It wasn't actually because I thought it was a cool style. That's the only way I could do it. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, it was only in recent years that I was able to actually record a video just like all the way through, and it was like quiet in the house and stuff like that. Your brother made Game Show a better series, W. Yeah, and it's quite interesting, right? Because it did make the videos interesting. It made them more unique, which is so funny because at the time when I first started Game Show, before they got popular, because something I always bring up is Game Show only got popular after I stopped making them, right? When I was making them, they weren't getting that many views. And I remember in the first episode of Game Show, someone commented, why didn't you just make this a normal Let's Play? Why did you do all this extra stuff? Oh, dude. Anyway. Yeah, so that was part of it. Another thing is like, my brother's like sleeping schedule is quite, you know, it wasn't quite regular. You know, he'd wake up in the middle of the night quite often, this and the other. And this was even happening while I was in school, so it made things a bit difficult, but whatever. You firm it, you get through it. It is what it is. But when it came to me recording my videos, a little behind the scenes thing. Do you know the video, the time I kind of got mugged? If you know that video was recorded at 2 a.m. I started recording it at 2 a.m. I think I finished recording it at like 4 a.m. because I could only record it when my brother was sleeping. So, you know, I was like, all right, bro, I have to wait for him to sleep. So I at 2 a.m. So I don't know if you see, I think in that video, I look tired. I personally think I look tired in that video. But yeah, it's because it's literally 2 a.m. when I'm recording that. Because that's the only time the house is quiet enough for me to actually record it. And yeah, there are other like situations like that as well. But, you know, I really like making YouTube videos. That's the truth. I really like making videos. And so I found a way to make it work, even if it wasn't super convenient or whatever. So yeah, this is all like late 2017. And in this time, we're trying to essentially advocate for my brother so that he gets the support he needs. And what we're hoping for is that we can find a place where he can like have an assisted living facility, right? So he can be somewhere where there are like full-time carers and stuff. And I won't go into too much detail about that, but essentially that's like our overarching goal. And stuff like that is really hard. It's really hard to actually get because if anyone has any experience dealing with any kind of like social service or any sort of disability service, it might be cognitive disabilities, development disabilities, or physical disabilities. Anyone who has experience with that knows, bruh, it is tough to navigate all the bureaucracy and this, that, and the other. It's like a long thing, isn't it? So yeah, like that's essentially what we were doing that's essentially what I was up to. So if I wasn't trying to work on videos or helping take care of my brother, we were doing that like advocacy work. So there's a lot of stuff. And yeah, in the meantime, I was just trying to like continue making the videos, keep it going. I was actually having a little bit of a hard time making videos because I wasn't that confident in my videos. I didn't think they were that good, and I was like, oh, I'm not as good as I should be at this. You know what I mean? It's like, this isn't going as well as I thought it might go, like dealing with that self-doubt. I mean, I really like my videos now, so I don't have that anymore, but it's that imposter syndrome, you know what I mean? That's kind of what I felt in like the 2017, 2018, even 2019 era of me making videos. I was like, dude, I can't do this, bro. Your vids be trash. Thank you, Sachin. Thank you. But yeah, I was keeping up with that. In 2018, we still hadn't really made much progress as far as helping my bro with like a living situation that would like free me up to go to university, right? So it's like, all right, fair. And I also at the same time, I'll admit, I was kind of liking doing the YouTube thing. It had its challenges and all that, but I was liking it. So I was like, okay, I can see myself just continuing on trying to do this. The channel was actually like growing a lot and it was like doing well, and I was like, okay, I can see this being a thing. Midway through the year, I get hit up by Facebook because they're saying, yo, we're gonna do this like live streaming thing. We're gonna try to promote Facebook gaming, stream on Facebook. And so I have no idea why they reached out to me. I had never streamed before. I mean, I did like one stream on YouTube and the stream was a disaster, right? But like, they reached out to me and they're like, we would like you to come and start streaming with us on Facebook. So I was like, okay. I was like, okay, sure. And so I started streaming with them, and yeah, I got assigned like streaming contracts. So, before even like freaking Ninja, before you heard about Myth getting streaming contracts, Ludwig, before all of that, I got a streaming contract, bro. which I just find so funny, bro. I was one of the first streamers to get a contract. That's insane to me. And yeah, and so, oh my goodness. Now, you remember what I said, right? About how like it was hard to find a long period of quiet in the house for a Let's Play? Imagine a live stream. So during like the streams, you know, we'd start in the evening, and my mum and I coordinated that in the evening she'd stay with my brother downstairs and basically try to, you know, help him like stay calm and stuff like that, and not, you know, run up the stairs, like bang on my door, stuff like that, just so that it could be quiet enough so I could stream. So I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit stressed during the streams because I was like, oh, is my brother okay? Like, is everything alright? But I'm just trying to like lock in and like make the stream good while this is going on. So like my mom and I were like properly coordinating. It was a team effort for me to do these live streams. And that's what was going on. When the hell did my man do noon streams? Noon streams. I did stream in the afternoon as well. So my brother did have school as well. So they're during the noon streams, that's when he'd be at school actually. Yeah. So you never went to college till now and stopped at high school? Yeah, so at the end of sixth form, which is what they call high school, at the end of that, that's what happened there. So yeah, I just didn't go to uni. So I didn't actually some people say, oh, did you drop out? I didn't drop out, I just never went, basically. That's the idea. Oh, and wait, who is that? Scarta, I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. The Gamer Panda, don't worry, I'll get to that in a moment. Someone left a comment, Sachin, saying your Odd Ones Out video was also done at a crazy time as well, no? Okay. This is so funny. So, the Odd Ones Out reached out to me and he was like, yo, do you want to collab? And I was like, yo, Odd Ones Out, I'm watching your stuff. Like, yeah, dude, like, yeah, let's make a video together. And my form tutor, when I was in sixth form, because I was talking to my friends, I was like, yo, the Odd Ones Out just messaged me. Like, yo, we're gonna make a video together. And he commented that I seemed more excited about that than I was about getting my uni offers, right? And I was just like, bro, like, I mean, uni's uni, but like, yo, this YouTube thing is cool, right? So that was my attitude there. And yeah, like, for that video, we had to find a time because the Odd Ones Out lives in America. I think he lives in Arizona. I'm in the UK. We had to find a time that worked for us both. We found a time, but with this being a collab where I can't tell James to be like, hey, hold on, I need to like go for a few minutes and come back. We're recording the video and I don't want to waste James's time. James, the Odd Ones Out. So my mom and my sister came down as well. They picked up my brother and they went on a drive. They went on a drive with my brother for like the whole 2-hour period that I was recording with James so that it wouldn't interrupt the recording. So that's what happened during that during that collab. Just so that the house would be quiet enough, and you know. So yeah, like my family, like we got involved, you know, we're working together. You know what I mean? Oh god, I even forgot about that. I actually forgot about that. But yeah, I was very grateful to my mom and my sister for doing that. I would assume it would get bad if you were to just lock the door. No, no, like wait, do you mean, because we obviously wouldn't lock my brother like anywhere. But yeah, okay, yeah, if you mean lock the door, oh well, there's, you know, there's like pounding on the door, and it's not out of maliciousness. It's just that, you know, if my brother wants to come and see me and the door's locked, then he's gonna start pounding on the door, like, you know what I mean? That's just what's gonna happen, innit? So that would interrupt the recording. ZK, Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yuxi saying group project for real. It was a group project. It was a group project. Hey Tepig saying that's actually how I found you and I don't watch him anymore. Shout out to James, but thank you Tepig. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yes, trying to go. No, you're good. You're good. I just clarifying, innit? What currency is HUF? Is it like the Hungarian franc or something? Let me see. What is the HUF? HUF. Currency. Hungarian forint, not franc, forint. Shout out to ZK. Yap streams are the best, I swear. Okay, so that was a little quick detour, but yeah, that was how the Odd Ones Out collab went down. And then yeah, after we were done with the collab, I wasn't even able to like preamble for much longer. I was like, yo, James, good time. I gotta bounce because like I need to be like, yo, you guys can come home now. Like they said that they just went this way. To be fair, my brother really likes like riding around. He likes riding around on buses, stuff like that. So he was cool with it. But, you know, just driving around aimlessly for a couple hours gets old after some time. So I was like, yo, you can come back now.
Sent £2. What's a super chat? I only know.
What? Oh, it filtered out the freaking website. Tamago.net for text-to-speech donations. But thank you very much, ZK. Legend. When we get into Tamago Netflix show. Okay. So that was that. Now, eventually, I won't go into detail on this because this one is quite personal, but something happened which accelerated the process of my brother being able to find a place, right? And it's unfortunate that it had to happen. Like people are fine now, everything's fine, but basically something happened where it's like, okay, like the council was like, oh crap, all right, we're gonna now actually kick it into first gear, you know? And so guy filters eyes on website, and so yeah, we were able to start having a situation where my brother was able to get a place to stay for like a couple of nights a week, and you know, stuff like that. And that then opened me up to be able to do some more vid stuff while that was going on. So if he was away for a couple of days, that gave me like just having the house be quiet, but also, you know, obviously I'm not then having to do a lot of the care duty, just opened me up to have a bit more time to do things. And what else? Yeah, also around this time, so we're talking like end of 2018, start of 2019 now. It's like the time era we're talking about. I started actually collaborating with YouTube directly some more. I actually did some... YouTube has this program called Creators in Residence, where it's kind of like creators help consult the creators of the platform to be like, hey, we think this would be good, we think that would be good, just providing suggestions. And so with that, on top of like the Facebook thing, and then my channel doing well, it was starting to look like, yo, this like YouTube thing is like working out quite well. Like maybe I can actually just stick to this. And I was enjoying it so much. I'm sweating because it's getting so hot in my room. I'm turning on my fan. It's getting kind of hot. The noise gate should filter it out. But yeah, like it was getting to a point where I was really enjoying what I was doing for my career. Like I was like, yo, I love being a YouTuber. I want to keep being a YouTuber, and you know, I think I'll just keep doing this. Basically, that's the idea. Real question: why don't you just open it? The window's open. It's open and it's still hot. Scudded out. Shout out to you. Best of luck with your exam. Yeah, we'll catch you later. Blade say, I'm gonna look at your old vids differently now. Respect. Thank you. DD sir, nah, I'll get to it. There's more. There's oh god. There's no more. There's so much more. So yeah, the user stuff's going well. I'm really enjoying it. I'm like, alright, good. Now Or I like that. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I've been looking up to you for over 10 years. That's very nice of you. That's very nice of you. Thank you. So in 2019, my mom and I go to Nigeria, and we're able to do this. We're able to go together at this point, I believe, because at this point now, my brother is actually in a situation where he's able to stay somewhere for an extended period of time. Mom and I go to Nigeria, and one of these nights when I'm in my auntie's house, my auntie, like, she's like, Simi, I want to come, I want to talk to you. She sits me down. This is like, you know how I was saying with the GTA thing, when they say, let's have a chat, you know it's about to be peak. So my auntie comes, she's like, yo, Simi, come here, I want to talk to you. I'm like, okay. Kamuza, you already know it. Shout out to Nigeria, yeah? And my mom's like, so, what's the, when are you going to uni? You know? When are you going to uni? I'm like, because at this point, I'm like, okay, well, initially I was gonna go. I had my place. Oh, I didn't even say, so I deferred my place. But then, because, you know, the situation at home was still the same, I actually ended up withdrawing the place. But it wasn't too bad because the Facebook thing had come, you know? So I was like, okay, it's not like I have nothing, no prospects. Like, I have this thing, and things were going well. I was even working with, like, the BBC. I made a few videos about, like, tech and online safety for the BBC. So things were going well. So I was like, okay, I didn't feel too bad about withdrawing the place. You know what I mean? But my auntie, she's like, when are you going to uni? She's looking at me like, what's going on? You know, you can go now. So why not? Why aren't you going? And I was like, well, I have a really good thing going with this, like, YouTube stuff. So, like, I'm not, you know, I don't really know if that's the route I want to go. And she's like, okay, well, you know, you're a young man. You've got talent. You know, you basically, you know, she was being very nice about it, but she's basically saying, bro, like, all right, you had a reason before. You don't have a reason now. So, like, go. Right? And it's like, I get it. I totally get it. Especially, and it's nice to have a family that actually does care about your education, right? A lot of people don't have that. So I was like, okay, I understand. And it actually got me thinking. So when I returned from Nigeria, I was writing out, I'm a kind of person, dude, like, I like making plans. So I was like, okay, if I went to uni, what would I do? I'll do this, blah, blah, blah. So I wrote a whole plan. I hit up Warwick. I was like, yo, so I withdrew my place, but, like, what if I blah, 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 blah? And they're like, nah, buddy, you got to apply again. All right, you got to go through that whole process again. I was like, all right, sure. So that's what I was doing. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do this. But then as the year went on, I was like, I'm really enjoying the place I'm at. Things are going well. And I'm working directly with YouTube now. I'm like, nah. Let me just keep on going with this. That was my idea. Kamizo, what state in Nigeria are you from? Oh crap. I believe it's Ogun State. I believe so. I always get confused between Ogun and Oshun. It's one of those. I think it's Ogun. Anyway. Show her your subscriber count next time? Dude, that would not have mattered. Not one iota, bruv. Not one iota. Compans, shout out to you. I do appreciate that. I feel like I'm taking forever to tell this story. But yeah. So I don't think we're gonna play Fortnite tonight, guys. Let me just say that right now. I actually don't know if it's gonna happen. We'll see. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but let me just keep going. So that's the track I was on. I was like, I'm just gonna do this YouTube thing. I'm gonna keep making my vids. It's cool, and it was going well. I was enjoying it. Channel was growing. Things were fine. Kept making my videos. 2019. No, it was 2018. I released the Simpsons Hit and Run video that took me ages. 2019, I had actually stopped streaming on Facebook, so I wasn't streaming for a little bit. And then towards the end of 2019, I started working with YouTube a lot and that was going well. And I actually got flown out to like their New York office, and then in 2020, like near the start of the year, I got flown out to their San Bruno office, like right before lockdown, which is the headquarters of YouTube. That's where like YouTube is, like main YouTube. And so that was cool, and I was having the time of my life because I freaking love this website. And so being able to be there and work with YouTube and do all this, dude, I felt on top of the world. And I was like, yeah, totally, this is like it. This is pristine. You have lockdown happen, right? And the pandemic and all that, and so you're inside a lot. I personally feel I didn't take as much advantage of the moment as a creator as I could have, but you know, for me, it's fair to say a large part of that was due to like mental health struggles. Basically, like 2020 wasn't great, to be fair. You know what I mean? I tried. But like, if you ever wondered why the gaps between the episodes of the Testo was so freaking massive, it's because I was just trying to get myself to make the videos. And as much as I liked the series, I wasn't doing so well, you know what I mean? So it was just a mixture of stuff like that. But eventually things got better. Like towards the end of the year, things got better. And since like basically the start of 2021, like mentally I've been fantastic. Like things have been great. So that's been that. And since then, I would just describe myself as like continuously just experimenting, trying new things, trying to push myself with the channel. And so we get the Possible Quiz series. We get, well, actually, I guess it ended in 2020, but the Neopets experience, like you might notice on my channel, there's always like these eras of trying different things. And it's because I get an idea. I'm like, all right, this would be really interesting to try. And then I go for it. And so that's what I was doing. And I continued that into 2020 and the following years, 21, 22, 23. Started doing more like Let's Play style videos because I was actually able to do that now. My brother's chilling. He's all good. You know what I mean? And yeah, things are good. I think at the time, people who watched me on Twitch when I was streaming on Twitch, you might have remembered me saying, oh yeah, I went to like see my brother today. I went to cut his hair or something like that. So, you know, it's Alexander, that's been coming, but that's for another day. That's for another day. So yeah, like I was just keeping it up with the YouTube thing. And what would happen is every couple of years I would think to myself, what if I went to uni? Like, what if, you know, I would think to myself, like, what if, like, because I was quite an academic student, and so it's something I consider. And Kevin knows this quite well, because if anyone doesn't know, like, I actually know Kevin in real life. Like, he started off like being basically one of my first viewers of the live stream on Facebook, but now we've actually like met. He's been here before. He's hung out. Like, we're cool now. So I'd message Kevin every once in a while. I'd be like, yo, bro, I'm thinking about going to uni. To the point where it's a thing where it's like, oh, this again. And with all my friends, it's basically the same thing where it's like, oh, this again. Like, you always say you're thinking about it and then you don't do it. And so that was happening this year, where near the start of the year, I was kind of thinking about it. I was like, maybe. But at the same time, for me, my main hang up was I really like being able to spend all my time just focusing on creating videos and doing that work. You know, that's what I really liked. And so I knew that uni would be such a massive time commitment that to do that as well and try to still manage YouTube would be crazy. And on top of that, you know, with uni, like in computer science, I never felt like I was like super duper passionate about computer science, but it was like, it makes sense for me to do this. Sachin, thank you very much for the bits. How does it feel to be one of the oldest, if not the oldest, first year? Also, are you going to Warwick? I don't know where I'm going, actually. I don't know where I'm going. That will reveal itself in time, because I'm just applying right now. But yeah, I'll get more details in a second. And on the note of like being the oldest at uni, Basically, just remind me when I get to that part. I'll probably bring it up, the idea of being a mature student, but when I get to that part, I'll bring it up. But yeah, where was I actually? I can't remember. Good old Granite is asking, how's Adam doing? I was talking to Adam yesterday, and I was telling him that people were asking how he's doing in my chat, and he really likes that. So he says thank you for asking. He thinks that's really sweet. And Adam is doing okay, thank you. He's doing okay. Compounds, I have not gone home yet. I'm on level 30. I need to get to level 50. So, you know, decent progress, but I'm not there yet. Sam Ginger, shout out to you. Thank you very much. Don't worry, we'll catch you later. And yeah, you wouldn't be the oldest I've met though studying biomed, being 34 to 42. That's what I'm thinking, right? But don't worry, we'll get to it. Okay, where was I? We're never seen this man on Lockoma. Adam's one of the goats. Cinema shenanigans has peaked time ago. Oh yeah, Adam is also like, when I was hanging out with him, maybe I think it was for his birthday, so it was like near the start of the year, and I was telling him, I was like, yo man, I'm considering maybe going to uni, and then he was like, what why? Which is a reaction I've had from a lot of my friends. They're like, why would you do that, bro? Like, things are good, like why would you? Because I think for them the experience was just like stressful. Which I totally get. I actually totally get that. But yeah, like that's kind of where I was like, okay, I'm thinking about it, but ultimately I want to do this YouTube thing. I'm really passionate about it. Now, someone asked, was it related to kind of I think they asked, was it related to like the views or the money and stuff? Like maybe that's not doing so well, so I wanted to go to uni. And you know, I mean, I'll be honest, I guess that is somewhat related to it, because let's say my channel was doing freaking insanely, like I was one of those creators that got like 1 million views per video and was like pulling like insane revenue, then I would be less likely to be like, oh, I'll go. Because another part of why I am, well, I'm saying thinking about going as though I haven't already like applied. Part of the reason why I've applied is because of this idea of it. I think it will be good to just generally have something else in my back pocket, right? Yeah, I guess that's the general idea with that. I've been speaking to many people about this idea of like having a backup, and some people have said like, well, yeah, your backup doesn't need to be like uni. You could like get a trade or do this and that, which is true. I think the reason I kind of latched on to uni as that idea is because partially a part of me does actually think like, yeah, dude, you should do this. And I've tried to examine where the part of me that thinks I should do it comes from, but I don't actually know. I've really, like, why do I think I should go? I don't actually know. Maybe it's because like most people in my family have gone, right? So maybe that's why I feel that way. I don't really know. But the important thing is, I actually don't want to then do a career that's not being a YouTuber. I want to be a YouTuber. I like doing this, and I'm still able to do it as well. Like, it's not like I'm in a situation where dude, like, if I need to get a job like that's not YouTube, I'm in dire straits. Like, I'm actually fine, to be fair. It could be better, you know, I'm not rolling in it, but it's okay. It's okay, you know? Bryn saying, is it coming from external validation, like your auntie? That might be part of it. Oh, that's Brian. I said Bryn. That might be part of it. It actually might be. It might just be because you want to be hella educated as well. Education is fire. Yeah. I read something last year. I can't remember the name of the author of it right now, but he had this blog. And one of the things that was written in the blog is, when you're faced with a crossroads, when you're faced with two decisions and you don't know which one to make, choose the decision which enlarges your life, right? So if you don't know which one to choose, usually there's going to be a decision that you know that if you do this one, it's going to make your world bigger. as opposed to the other one, right? It wasn't Wait But Why. It's not Wait But Why, but I have read a lot of those. That's Tim Urban, right? I've read a lot of those, but it wasn't that. And so I was like, I do believe that, you know, getting that experience of, you know, that university like experience, but also the amount of stretching I'm gonna have to do of my brain in order to do that. Yeah, generally I think it will probably be good for me, you know, like to challenge myself in that way. Now there are easier ways to challenge yourself, to be fair. But when I think of it through that lens, I'm like, yeah, because if I imagine myself in like 5 years from now, and I continued with just doing the YouTube stuff, I would have enjoyed those 5 years because I really like being a YouTuber. But would I have necessarily grown as a person as much as if I decided to embark on this other journey? And by the way, I'm not quitting YouTube or even trying to slow it down. It's probably gonna happen as an inevitability of having so much to do. But like, I'm never gonna stop making videos, bro. I love this, so that's not gonna stop. So it's just a question of, do I want to do this other thing, or do I want to keep YouTube as basically my entire world? And that comes into another reason for it, which is like, I am pretty like obsessed with YouTube, to be fair. Like, I think that's the most accurate word to describe it. Like, I love making videos. It's not even YouTube the platform, it's just this experience of making videos, streaming, writing, creating, you know, things for people to watch. I freaking love that, you know? But it is basically all I ever think about and do. Like, all I ever think about and do. And I don't mind. I personally don't mind that that's the case. But I have been spoken to by people that care about me, and they're like, bro, this is all you freaking do, man. And I'm like, what's the problem? What's the problem? I like it. But I understand their perspective. It doesn't necessarily contribute to you being a well-rounded human being, does it? So I get it, you know? But yeah. Let me quickly catch up on what's being said in the chat. I will continue. Let me just quickly catch up. I was the one who asked this, is money the main reason for going to uni? If yes, why not just continue making YouTube vids or something? Yeah, right, you did ask. But yeah, no, like, I'm definitely continuing making YouTube videos for sure. Good old Granite, I'm afraid there may be a traffic jam on the road to home. I love that. Blade saying, what does that mean, enlarges your life? It basically, so when you kind of like are a person, there's like, there are things that you think about that are within your bubble and within your scope of mental space. All right, that doesn't make sense. Let me try and make it a bit clearer. So there are things that you care about because you know about them, and there are things that are going to enter that orbit as you live your life, right? But it's also possible that if you don't expose yourself to other experiences and other like perspectives and stuff like that, that you're just going to remain in this like one lane, and your perspective will never like widen. It will just stay like that. And so when you're trying to make a decision, and this isn't me trying to give it out as advice, this is just what the thing I read said, right? When you're trying to make a decision, oftentimes you're going to be able to identify, and you're stuck between two decisions. You're going to be able to identify which decision would keep your scope like this, and which decision would widen your scope, right? That's what it kind of means by, would it enlarge you, or would it diminish you even, or just keep you the same? That's the basic idea of that. It might sound a bit woo-woo or whatever, but I think there is a logic to it. Guess we've got to appreciate the uploads and streams that are still relatively consistent. Brian saying many people, bro found is why many people search their entire lives for that. That's another thing I think as well. So, you know, I was I was speaking to my mom and my sister about it, because they're like freaking stakeholders in this at this point. You know what I mean? They've always been. That's your family. Of course, your family. You know, well, you would hope that your family is invested in your well-being. But yeah, my argument when I pushed back against the idea of me going was like, I don't want to like take time away from this thing that I really like to do in order to do this other thing. And you know, one of their arguments was, you're underestimating what you can do. Now we'll see, because I'm under no illusion of university being easy or whatever. I know it's going to be a freaking massive commitment, but you know, they believe in me, so so sure. But yeah. Let me quickly see what we got. I just decided to come back to YouTube 2 weeks ago and start creating content again with a new perspective of creating content about things I actually care about. Yeah, ZK, you're like rebrand with your banner and everything, right? And also create things that inspire people. And I'm really excited to get back into it. You're a major inspiration for me, and I hope both of us continue to make some great stuff. ZK, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You have a W family. I do. I actually do. I actually do. Hey, I'm out here doing business, easy AF. Gamer Panda, like, you're doing a business degree, yeah? Do you like it? Alexander saying, we believe in you too. Thank you. Yo, Asja, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Did you get your name from just like spamming on the keyboard? Asja Alxa. It kind of looks like it, but I don't want to assume. I don't want to assume. You did? Okay. Okay. Your parents are super supportive, but sometimes that type of support can also be really scary and adds more pressure. It can be. It can be. It's going to become a tech channel like Pewds. I have heard that he started talking about AI stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. I like making my entertainment comedy videos, so probably not. Trey saying, had you not thought about taking night classes or digitally prior to making your current decision, because it ain't easy commitment? So yeah, Trey, I'd considered doing a part-time course, which would be 6 years instead of 3 years. I considered, you know, doing something like Open University, which is like fully online. I considered a bunch of different things. But I have the opportunity to go to, you know, decent, like, you know, in-person universities, and I have the resources. I live in London, and so attending, and this is another detail, I've applied to basically only London universities because it will make life easier. I can remain in London and commute to school, which would just be easier, to be fair. And because I did well in my A-levels, I have a decent chance with these unis. Yeah, I've applied to 5. I don't know if I should give the details of specifically which ones, to be fair. Does it matter? I feel like it probably doesn't. Let me when all is said and done, I'll say more. I feel like there's probably a good value in me having some discretion here with that. But yeah, I'm in that process. So you know, I feel you. You're full on goat. Thank you, dude. Talk to your lawyer. Compounds, you're on 52 in Fortnite. Sick. Nice one. What I will say is 2 of the 5 that I've applied to, because I sent the application on Monday or Tuesday, 2 of the 5 have accepted me so far. So that was pretty freaking quick, to be fair. So, you know, I'm feeling optimistic. But for 2 of the ones I applied to, I have to do entrance exams, which means I need to get my brain back in the mode of studying and doing exams. And those exams are early next year. They're in January. So it's November now. I'm like, okay. And I started like getting serious about this after I released my Ghost of Yote Bear video. I freaking loved that video. I made that video. It was great. Mwah. After I released that video, literally the day after that video, my sister hits me up. She's like, we need to talk. and I'm hearing what she's saying. And it's not a brand new conversation. It's just a continuation of a conversation we've had over the last year, basically. And I'm hearing what she's saying, you know? Like, for me, as much as I have my own personal conviction and I believe, like, yo, I'm gonna do what I set out to do, I value the input of my mom and my sister a lot because they have guided me well. You know what I mean? So when they say something to me, I listen to it. I'm not saying I'll do it automatically. There's a lot of times they've said, hey, you should do this, and I don't do it because I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. But I listen to it. You know what I mean? I don't think it's good to just like discard, think you know everything. I know I don't know everything. So I have to, you know, take guidance when it's available. So that's pretty much that. I mean, one thing I will say is that initially when it came to me deferring my entry, even given that, you know, the situation with my brother is quite difficult, my mom wasn't super on board with the idea of me like not going. But my sister was the one that was kind of like, actually, you know, he can focus on his YouTube channel. He's got good potential there. So my sister kind of advocated for like me, you know, going all in on the YouTube stuff. So yeah, like to be fair, like, you know, I know it comes from a good place, innit? So yeah. Okay, is there any other information here? I feel like there was something I said I was gonna answer. Yes, okay, yeah. So Sachin was talking about how does it feel to be one of the oldest. So yeah, like, let me answer this first. Someone previously asked, do I feel like I missed out on the uni experience? Not at all. Not at all. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I am not someone I don't drink. Not as a thing, like I don't say I don't drink, it's just that I don't drink. You know what I mean? Like there's no reason, I just don't drink. I'm like, yeah, I don't care for that. So that's something I don't really care for. And then parties, bro, I've been to hella parties. So you don't need to go to uni to go to a party, you know what I mean? And then on top of that, I'm not that into parties as well, you know? So I actually don't feel at all like, oh, I missed out on experiences. Like I don't feel that in even the slightest iota, like not even a little bit. The uni experience is what you make it. Absolutely. And for me, the time when I would have been at uni, that period, you know, yeah, there were challenges, as there would be if I went to uni as well. But like I had a great time, you know, like going to like different YouTube events. I got flown out to freaking Cologne, Germany for Gamescom with Facebook. Like I had great experiences as a result of the path I did take, you know? So yeah, I don't feel like I missed out. I'm actually really glad that I did it the way I did it. And yeah, you can check out, if you remember, you can see my Cologne vlog. I went to Germany. So yeah, like dudes, it was banging. I don't feel any type of loss whatsoever. Bro really is a goody two shoes. And uni will turn to university real fast. I love that. I love how so many people ask uni vlogs. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm gonna try and make some videos. So yeah, if I'm going, I probably will. Like probably, right? I probably will. So yeah. Did you network a lot during that time? Yeah, like, you know, my secondary school friends are actually like really tight knit. Like I talked to, like, obviously Adam I met in secondary school. I said I was talking to him yesterday. Reese, he went to secondary school. We were playing on stream together. And I'm actually gonna go hang out with Reese tomorrow. Like, friends wise, secondary school, like our year group was super tight knit. Yeah, like I think this year so far, I have hung out with, I think like, I would say like 15 people that I went to secondary school with, which is quite unusual, right? Like so far removed from secondary school. and I've physically in person hung out with 15 different people from my secondary school. I feel like that's, you know what I mean? So, you know, I have that. And then on top of that, I have friends that I've made outside of that. I have friends I've made from YouTube that I hang out with a lot as well. If you see my Instagram, for me, when it comes to posting people, I don't really post people on my page who aren't themselves like public figures, just because of like that whole privacy thing, right? So, you know, if you see me on there with other YouTubers, I'm actually like friends with the YouTubers you see on my page and stuff like that. So I hang out with them and all that. When's the last time you properly studied for academic purposes? Amulet, it was 2017. You see that I'm back video where I show my big stack of papers? That's the last time. It's been a while. So that's why I have to like properly restart my brain, because what I essentially spent the last 8 years doing is hyper focusing on how I can make good videos and do good live streams and do stuff like that. And so I kind of just put the other stuff to the wayside. And so now what I have to do is be like, okay, keep what I've learned about YouTube and stuff, but jumpstart the old stuff. Like, it's in there. It's in there. I've done a few practice tests and the ability is in there. I just need to like warm it up. You know what I mean? It's like starting a car that hasn't started in years. Just gotta you know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing right now. I feel like people don't actually listen these days. People just either take what they say in order to not offend them. No one actually genuinely listens and takes in what they gotta say. This seems like a non sequitur, dude, but I'm wishing the best for you. You gotta find the people that, you know, that happens with everyone, right? So you just gotta find the people that, you know, you feel comfortable speaking to and that do listen to you. You know what I mean? Bro hasn't given himself enough time to study for exams. It's gonna be a bit of a crunch, but like, I can do it. It's okay. It's okay. So yeah, Bram, what's good? Yeah, I'm just talking about how I'm actually applying to university. That's the basic idea. I don't think there's actually any more details or anything else for me to share. But any other questions? Oh, about being a mature student. Yeah, I don't mind that. Like I'm trying to think, why would that be a problem? I'm trying, like, because for me, I don't mind at all. Okay, maybe some people would feel a sense of embarrassment that they're so much older than the other people in the uni. Okay, I can understand that. That's not really the case for me, because like, it's not like this is happening, even if it was happening because I got maybe held back academically or something. But, you know, people have their own paces. People do things at different times, you know what I mean? As you get older, you know, not everyone around you is going to be your age like it was in school, right? So that's one thing. But then on top of that, bro, I was like living my best life being a YouTuber and stuff. Like, I don't care that I'm older than you guys. What did you do? You just came from school. So I don't feel any type of way about that. I'll be honest, bro. Bro starting uni after the ChatGPT patch. Gamer Panda, my day was good. Thank you. My day was good. You know, we're talking about this. I did spend much of today actually like studying, to be fair. So yeah, I'm waiting for Simi to see this. What's this? Oh my god, this freaking guy. Alright, bro. Sure. I'm oldest in my class is literally no problem, Bram. Yeah, no, like that's I assume it wouldn't be, like, you know. Yeah, I think especially in uni, it's like everyone. Well, it's a place you go to learn, innit? Like that's what it is. So, what's the problem? Wearing pink, what's good? How you doing? Live stream in uni. MX Flames in uni will 100% encounter people with all sorts of ages, without you realizing. Yeah. Like I'll be honest. Like to be fair, I can tell like an 18 to 22-year-old from someone that's older, but once you're in that like 23, 24 to I'll be honest, even like 33 range, between 24 and 33, potentially even 35, I'll be honest, it's hard to tell. It is actually hard to tell, you know, because I hang out with people who are like almost 40, and I hang out with people that are like in their mid-20s, and we're all just hanging out together, and it's like, yeah, whatever, like, you know what I mean? So, yeah. I didn't realize one of my friends was 23 until she told me. Exactly. As a CS graduate, ChatGPT will make your life so much easier on uni. Wish I had it back then. We'll see how it goes. Compans, have I ever played Rocket League? Go on my channel, check out Game Show Rocket League. You'll see that. People should never stop learning. There's always more to learn. Exactly. How would this affect Club Penguin's legacy? Sachin saying, I can't lie, when I took a gap year, I kind of felt behind because all my friends were in uni and I felt like I was kind of failing. But then after I realized everyone succeeds at different times and people graduate at different times, no one actually cares. Yeah, no, it's absolutely true. Even, you know, for me, the people I went to school with, they graduated all in different years, right? Like I have people that I went to school with that only graduated last year, you know? And then I have people that I went to school with that graduated in 2020. You know, so it's all different. There's no like in school you're used to everyone doing the same thing because that's the school structure. But past that strict like school structure, once you're like 18, it starts to disperse and people do all sorts of things at different times. So yeah. Kevin saying, I got no questions besides full confidence in your upcoming undertaking. I know you will throw your best shot at this because I had an inkling you would go one day. The flame simply never went out. Your studying skills are stronger than your gaming skills, so you're good, man. I'll try my best, bro. I'll try my best. But yeah, thank you. Do you think any of your classmates will be part of the Tama gang? I have no clue. We'll see. Some people are saying study streams. I might actually have to do that at some point. So, it's super early days, but I have been thinking like, okay, so, you know, it's not until next, like, September, October, right? So, for the time being, aside from me just having to make sure I brush up on my knowledge and stuff, things on the channel should be relatively normal. But when it comes to the time that I'm actually properly studying and I'm doing the course, Gator Productions, computer science. When it comes to the point I'm actually doing the course, I'm like, okay, because I know that from A-levels, I took a break so I could focus on the exams, and it was the same for GCSE. So something similar will likely happen when it comes to the actual university stuff. But I think I can strike a balance where maybe when things start getting more intense, I can try and like fit in a live stream here and there where it's a bit less high intensity. Because with the videos, like I put a lot of effort into these, you know, I do the initial recording, I write them. I put a lot of time into writing because honestly, the writing basically determines if it's going to be a good video or not. Like it's the writing. Yes, the editing takes the longest, but the editing is just me making what I wrote visual. The writing is the job. So that stuff takes a lot of time. And so I'm like, okay, I might just focus on easier to make videos where they're not going to be like the flagship videos I like to make, but it allows me to still be out here, still, you know, chat with you guys, put some stuff out. And then yeah, some stuff like vlogs and just generally talking about different topics. I might use that period to put less pressure on how good the videos have to be, basically. And yeah, and Kevin's also saying, you also mentioned letting the editors finalize videos. Yeah, like the people who work with me to help me edit my videos, I still have a thing where I'm like, I do the final edit. I might be like, yo, you guys can do the final edit, yeah? I'll just look at it and approve it, but I won't actually do the edit myself. Which is hard because I like editing, so... But hey, it is what it is. You gotta adapt. And then yeah, like when I'm done, it's hard to know, right? It's hard to know how you're gonna feel in like 3 or 4 years and after having done something very challenging. So right now I can say when I'm done, I might come back to just full-time YouTube, or maybe I will have discovered something else that I want to do. I don't know. It's like seeing what the future holds. But I guess that sort of unknown element makes things interesting. So yeah, it's something I'm thinking about a lot. Even as I'm going through this application process, I'm like, is this the move? Is this the move? But I think it's the move, man. I think it is. Yeah. Okay. That's it, people. That's actually it. We've done it. We've done it. This was a whole yapping stream. Oh crap, I just got an email. Oh, it was from a university that already said they accepted me, but they're saying congrats on your offer. Thanks. Do you know what? Yeah, it is kind of interesting the difference between applying.
ZK sent £2.
Legend.
I have been writing my new video for 2 weeks at this point.
Hey.
What do you mean the editing is gonna be longer? Loudly crying.
Dude, it took me like 2 months to write the Possible Quiz 2 and then 6 months to edit it. So that's what I mean, bro. Sorry. Thank you for the timeago.net tip. Legend. I was just about to say something. Does anyone remember the first sentence I said? I was literally just about to say something. I can't remember though. Oh, do you know what? Hold on. Let me real quick see if I can rewind in my stream and see what I was about to say. About my offer. Yes. Okay, here's what I was going to talk about. The difference between applying in 2017 and applying now. So before, when you apply to uni, you don't have your A-level results yet. So the universities make you conditional offers. If you get these grades, we will let you come to our university. But I've already done the A-levels, right? So now I get unconditional offers. So like once they say you're in, I'm in, bro. Which is a bit of an ego boost. It's like, yo, I'm in, bro. So yeah, it's a different vibe for sure. There were some people in my school who got unconditional offers and then they just did not study anymore. Like legit, I know this one guy, he would sit next to me during independent study time. He would be playing Breath of the Wild on his Switch because he got an unconditional offer. So he was like, I don't need to study anymore. So he stopped studying, bro. It was crazy. Oh, dude. This was supposed to be a Fortnite stream. Nah, it almost feels like a goodbye. Seriously, though, Sammy, I wish you the best of luck if you go down the uni path. I know you'll smash it. Thank you very much. Don't you worry. It's not a goodbye. It's not a goodbye. We're still out here. We're still out here. Have you had any other job other than YouTube? Not officially. Like, not a proper job. I did tutor for a few years. So, tutoring maths and English. But that's just like what, a part-time job, not like a proper one. So yeah, this has actually been it. To be fair, studying, it ain't actually studying, it's also to do with the work ethic you have. And I know you have a great work ethic, you've proven it again and again with your vids. Thank you, Sachin, I appreciate that. Hamza saying, can you read my last message? What did you write? Has your brother been like this whole life, or did... Oh yeah, no, it's autism generally, especially when you have high support needs, that's something that you're born with. It's not something you develop. There are like, you know, people think that, like, not a lot of people, it's a very fringe belief that, you know, whatever, what's that dude, RFK and Trump's cabinet will make you think is a widely held belief. It's not that vaccines have some sort of connection to autism. That's not it. It's something you're born with. It has a genetic component, but they're not really sure like what specifically makes it occur in people. But yeah, it's just how he was born. And yeah, I think a lot of people also have this idea that like someone is like afflicted with autism, like, oh, they're autistic. No, it's like no. Like my brother is like the freaking most chill, happiest guy. He has no problem. He's just chilling, bro. He's just chilling. Like, you know how if you've heard me say that, yo, my brother freaking loves Katy Perry. My brother freaking loves like Adele. You know what I mean? Like there was one time my Spotify Wrapped got effed up because he was just non-stop listening to Katy Perry and Adele on my Spotify. He's cool. He's chilling. You know what I mean? So yeah, a lot of people, you know, have that false conception. And I think that's also what contributes to then these conspiracies where it's like, oh, vaccines cause this because it's like, I don't want this to happen to my child. And it's like, you have to think about like, all right, this is a naturally occurring set of like characteristics in a person, and you're kind of like demonizing it, you know, which dehumanizes people who have that. It's not right. It's not right. So yeah, it's that's something I think about. What do you mean messed up? That sounds lit. Katy Perry is dating my prime minister. I think getting your life good, then going to uni is the best thing. Yeah, I won't lie. My freaking personal statement was fire. Like, I had so much to put in it. It was crazy. Eventually, I just got used to editing, but writing still takes me forever. Sam, I feel that. I feel that. Let's see. Which brother hindered in school because of his condition? Well, yeah, he wasn't able to go to like a, you know, sort of, what do they call it, a mainstream school. He had to go to a school which caters to people with special needs, because, you know, he has like there are things that he's not able to do, right? Like the regular kind of like maths and stuff, and he's non-verbal as well, so he can't actually like speak. So there are different things that he can excel in, right? But it's not necessarily how we would usually measure someone's performance and things like that. So yeah. Oh, Blade, it's because yeah, like my brother has like a full-time supported living situation now, so I am actually able to go. But I'm gonna stay in London. That's another thing I didn't mention. I'm staying in London partially as well, so that I can, if I need to, I can go and, you know, visit my brother and all that. So it's all good. UCAS points don't matter now. With the universities I've applied to, they don't take UCAS points. So UCAS points would still matter, but some universities base it more on your grades. But because I got 3 A stars anyway, that's like fine. You know what I mean? I almost dropped my water bottle, but I caught it. I feel like Spider-Man. Scarter saying, I hate when people assume autism is cool or whatever. I'm autistic myself, and it's so offensive and bothersome, honestly. It's genetic and a huge spectrum. Not one autistic person is the same as another. Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. In my classes, we have to use Premiere Pro, and I literally don't understand why anyone would voluntarily use it. It's absolutely horrible. I always recommend that new editors use DaVinci Resolve, but if you're not brand new and you've already been using Premiere, then I guess you can stick with it. So yeah. Oh, ZK, you're talking about Pluribus. I want to check that out. I'm gonna give it a look. Which university should we be manifesting in our prayers? Don't worry, information will reveal itself over time. Let me finish up what I'm doing with like the exams for 2 of them, and then when I know what my actual options are, I'll talk more about it, innit? Hamza, I get you, yeah, but it's okay, Yeah, no, like, so, yeah, non-verbal, so no sentences, nothing, yeah. But, yeah, it's a spectrum, as, is it Starker? Was that the name? As Scarter said, yeah, it's a spectrum. So you have some people where, and the way you kind of describe it is like high support needs versus low support needs. And what that means is someone with low support needs can usually live their life like independently as someone who's not on that spectrum. And for a lot of people, they may not even notice. That's why a lot of people with low support needs may go their entire lives and not actually know that they have autism. It might just be that they always felt like they were a little weird or had a hard time understanding people, stuff like that. Whereas people with high support needs usually need things like personal care, like maybe showering and stuff like that, help with preparing meals. And yeah, they may not be able to speak, which means that you need to be good at interpreting and anticipating their needs. And that's the end that like my brother's on in it. So yeah, that's why it did require like me to be like, okay, I'm gonna stay home so I can contribute to that and help, you know? So yeah. All right, people, man, I thought I was gonna play Fortnite today. I thought I was gonna play Fortnite today. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. This ended up taking way longer than I thought it would. But hey, I hope you found it interesting. And yeah, now you know a bit about what's coming up next for me. Yeah, okay. Am I gonna be live tomorrow? So I did in the evening. I am gonna see my boy Reese. So I'm not gonna be here in the evening, but potentially I might do an afternoon stream. Not promised, but potentially I'll be here in the afternoon. So I know that for some people in certain time zones, that means it's gonna be like in the middle of the night. But for my Europeans, and I think my like yeah, Asians, like West Asians, East Asians, I think that time zone, it should be convenient, especially since it's a Saturday. And Africa as well. It's literally just America that won't be able to tune in. So yeah. That's we'll see what happens there. Australia? It would actually be kind of like midnight-ish for Australians, or middle of the night as well, to be fair. So yeah, I don't know. GMT baby, you already know. Can't wait for Reese to pop up in chat like, where are you, bro? No, DD sir, no. He has like an assisted living home that he lives in and all that, so he's all good. What if your lecturer watches you? It's interesting, right? Like, my channel is way bigger than it was back when I was in school, so there might be a chance that, you know, people actually watch the channel, but to like, I think people overestimate how big a channel is. Like 500k subs seems like a lot, dude. I very rarely get recognized. It happens, but very rarely. So I don't expect that, to be fair. People will see your LinkedIn more than your YouTube. Are you ever gonna change your headphones, or are they too iconic? These are iconic. They've broken multiple times, and I've repaired them with super glue because I don't want to get new ones. Like, these are so iconic, and they don't produce these anymore. Like this headband, you see this headband? You see how wrinkly it is? That's a new headband. I replaced it myself. That's why it's so bad. And even these ear cups, these are new. These are not the original ear cups. I have the old ones here. Wait, these are the old ear cups, and even these were not the originals. So I'm trying my best to preserve these as much as possible, because when they break, it's gonna be a sad day. Sad day. Midnight Dev, to be determined. Even I don't know yet. All right, people. I'm gonna leave it there. I do have to go. I enjoyed this very much. Wish I could stay for longer, but thank you for listening to my story. I appreciate you. Let me give you the headset here. Let's see what it looks like. Boom. It feels okay. Maybe it's kind of mid. It's nothing too crazy. It's just it's kind of sharp at the front, but the back isn't doing anything. Do you know what it is? I have less hair. It's because I have less hair. I think I'll give that a 3. Kevin's saying a 5. Damn, you've been more generous than me these days. It's usually the other way around. Scarta, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Yeah. Let's put on this. You already know what's going on. It's the end of the stream, people. Thank you very much for tuning in. We did not continue with the road to Homer, but the road to Homer is not over. We are at level 30, and we only need to get to level 50. We are more than halfway there. Homer will be unlocked. Stay tuned. We're all good. Tamago best also make an OnlyFans. No, we're good. Miss me with that. We changed the stream title, and guys, I actually do that. I changed the thumbnail and title of the stream after it's ended. So we will do that. People, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you to everyone who became a member or a Twitch sub or sent bits or a super chat or even a tip on tamago.net for that text to speech. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. You all have a nice night. morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. And I'll catch you next stream, alright, people? Peace out, everybody. And bye-bye.
I forgot. TF, ... I'm out this bitch.